All right. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to WRO Radio Show. I'm your host, Richie Redneck Pimp King. I appreciate you all joining me. Wow. We got a special guest with us here in a little while. Uh, Vincent Morales of Veterans Community Project. Those are guys, if you don't know, simple put, they build little houses for the veterans and a lot more. So stay tuned here in just a second. We'll bring him on. I want to give a big shout out to Ashley Rowland. Thanks for joining us, ma'am. Appreciate it. Dean, brother, you're always a big fan. Thank you for showing up as well. Share it out, please. It's kind of banned sometimes, and I know that if you share it off your personal page, it gets out there further. We want to reach a lot of people. We have a lot of great information for veterans today, especially for homeless veterans that we got a lot of great information coming up. Want to give a big shout out, man, to everybody who showed up Saturday at the big show, man. What a great show. Good turnout. We made a little money for the veterans, for Warrior Outdoors, and to keep our lights on and things like that. Thank you very much for that. We appreciate it so much. Big shout out to Mixology, one of the bands. Great band, absolutely awesome band. Big shout out to Reality Becomes. They played their butts off, man. They closed her out in a rock and roll style like they always do. Big shout out to our sponsors, first of all. His and Her Sports Gallery, Cameron, Missouri. They made these shirts right here. Beautiful shirts. Absolutely awesome job. Tub Creek Event Center. You guys were, thank you, Lorraine. Thank you, Rick. You guys are off the charts. We'll look forward to doing something again with y'all. Ninja Moose. Used to be Ninja Moose. Now is Levi Garrison and Sons Brewery out of Hamilton, Missouri. Damn. The beer you brought was just excellent. I'm just so proud to be affiliated with you guys. Thank you all very much for your sponsorship on that. And if I missed anybody, I'm sorry. Webfoot Forge, Justin out there, Snodgrass at Webfoot Forge, man, he did a great job of master ceremonies. David Scott, all the comedians, Sean Hill, Richard Montano, Typhoon Panda, myself, we all did. Jeff Onyx, sound guy, and he performed. It's a great show. We raised a little money. Thank you all very much. If the guys of you tuned in, if you couldn't tune in, we caught a ban on there because we played other music and they had to get mad, so we had to protest it. But it's back online. Go watch it. Go check it out. It's about 6.5 hours long. It's an outstanding program. You guys won't be upset about it. I guarantee you, you'll laugh your butts off. Some of you already did. Again, a couple more shows left before I take before we end the year. November 30th is my last show. I'll be back in January the 2nd with a new co-host, new theme, new intro, new time. Went from 5 to 7 to 6 to 8. Got a lot of changes coming on. That whole network in general. We're going to have some more Spreaker shows going on. Remember, catch Spreaker, guys. Friday night, 7 to 9 Central Time, Spreaker. A different host. They play different types of music. You guys will be entertained. And a big shout out to everybody getting ready to go deer hunting. Deer hunt starts here in Missouri this Saturday. It is a federal holiday. Don't bug me. Don't write. Don't send a pigeon. Don't send a smoke signal. I won't be around. All right. Enough of that crap. Oh, by the way, winner. Congratulations to the winner of the Mystery Box Challenge. I couldn't believe this. Dean, you went down. You had more entries than anyone, and you got whooped, brother. I mean, Justin told me to say that. Anyway, congratulations, Denise Pridemore. Denise, I got the box. It's right there. I'm looking at it. I'm going to tape it up and mail it to you. And you can, I want you to take pictures of the video and show us what's in it and so everybody can see. All right. Covered all the unnecessary crap. Guys, I want you to give a welcome to this Vincent Morales. He's Army 12 Bravo Demolitions. And after you say demolitions, the rest of the title ain't no longer necessary. Vincent, brother, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having me, Richie, and thank you everybody for tuning in to listen to my incoherent rambling. So, promise this is going to be a good time.
With two people incoherent rambling, this ought to be pretty funny. Thank you for coming on, brother. Appreciate it. I've been following you guys quite a while. I'm Facebook friends with you now, but before I was whoever runs the page, I was Facebook friends there, and I watched a lot of what you guys do. And if there's anything we can do to help you guys put on a show, raise money, never hesitate to call us up. I've got comedians for days. So and I got access to bands. So whatever you need, brother, if you ever need us, don't hesitate to call upon W Entertainment. We'll help you out. All right.
So your comedians. Hold on, we gotta get a good back and forth going here. So your comedians are they veteran comedians? Because we all the military has a very unique sense of humor.
Yeah, yeah. Nine out of the 12 comedians that I use are veterans.
And the other
We got a couple.
the other three, I bet are just as amazing.
No, they are, and they love veterans, and they'll perform anytime. And they speak veteran. Although you can speak it all you want, until you live it, you're not. But hey, they're great people.
Yeah.
One of them's a host on our network here, Roy Anthony. Great guy, man. He just loves veterans, and he'll make you laugh. So yeah, we got him, and don't worry if it's an all veteran event, it'll be an all veteran, lineup. That's what. So if I get my hands on an all veteran band, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one.
All right, let's get into this, brother. Tell us about you.
About me, okay. So I'll start off here. I imagine you have a pretty good following of veterans, so on and so forth. So my mother and father, I come from a pretty large military family. My grandfather was a World War II veteran, was in the invasion in Normandy. During the duration of the war, was a POW, served out until everything kind of fizzled out. Came back home and settled. Found my grandmother and raised 7 children. And out of those children, my father, second eldest of his generation, joined the United States Air Force. And that is where he met my mother. So just random question here for you, brother. Do you know the greatest piece of equipment to ever come out of the United States Air Force?
Chuck Norris.
You're speaking to him right now.
Ah!
Mother and father, both Air Force vets. Well, actually, there's 2 of us. Myself, Sergeant First Class Morales, and my brother, who is actually still in service, First Sergeant Morales, who's actually with the Big Red 1 out of Fort Riley. So, kind of about myself, I grew up down here in Kansas City, Missouri. If you know the city pretty well, now it's called Crossroads. To me, it's called the West Side, kind of where I grew up there in the city. Did everything, kind of just had good grades, was a decent student. Puberty hit, a lot of different things changed. I got into a lot of trouble as a young man. Yeah, puberty hit, a lot of things changed. Got into trouble as a young man. I actually tried to volunteer I apologize, pre 9/11, but I was not allowed in service due to the number of legal issues that I had pending. My oldest daughter was born, and when I was 17 years old, worked my butt off, did everything I could do to support her and take care of business, but really just kind of struggling by. All of my friends, everybody that I kind of knew, they were going to prison or they were being killed. And I wanted to change it. I truly and truly wanted to break that cycle. So and this is kind of an awkward thing to say, but 9/11 happened. And 2 days later, that exact same recruiter said, hey, Vince, if you can fix these warrants, and those warrants were pretty substantial at the time, but to the tune of about $5,000. If you can pay these off, we can get you in. And my grandmother, she was my guardian angel. She still is my guardian angel there for me. Paid off my warrants and said, "This is your chance, Mijo, to get it together. You have a lot of potential. Keep making a lot of damn bad choices, and this is your chance to fix it. I'm going to pay this for you. Don't worry about paying it back. Just make it happen." And then from there, I went to Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, home of the engineers. Well, engineers, MP and Chem, but we all know that engineers, that's our post. We run that post. And went to basic, and 11 months later, I was in Iraq for my first tour.
Sound like you did a little Johnny Cash. I've been everywhere. Yeah, you've been everywhere.
Pretty damn close. As this goes on, you're gonna hear some stuff.
Right. One of our viewers on here, one of our outstanding viewers, he's very loyal, watches the W Entertainment Radio Show all the time. He's Dean Cerny. His name is Dean Cerny. He says, "Damn right. Sometimes all you need is a hand up to be successful." Yeah. And that's
I'm
true.
looking at the comments here. Dean, you are 100% right. And once we get into Veterans Community Project, that legitimately is what our program does. It is a hand up, not a handout. Accountability is key, and we'll get to that as we get into the program part of that of what we do.
Which let's go a little further here. Tell us tell us about your cause, about a little bit about the veterans community, but the cause it does, what it's about.
So I can tell you that I'll kind of give you the real quick elevator speech, right? So five
Go
years
ahead.
ago, yeah, 5 years ago, myself and a group of other combat veterans came together, all working in different facets of veteran life. For me, I got off active duty in 2009. I stayed in the reserves, insurance, TRICARE. At the first time, I was still married. A lot of different things going on. I really and truly was not ready to leave active duty. It was my life. I was already E6 promotable within 6 years. So if you know the Army, I was fast tracking. I'm 87 within 9 years. There's no doubt in my mind that I'd been sergeant major or something, telling people to get off my grass every day. But that wasn't what happened for me. For what happened for me was I ended up getting out, coming back here, staying in the reserves, and I couldn't find a job. I hate to say it's that typical veteran story, right? But it truly is. I didn't know where my place in society was. I didn't know where I belonged. I couldn't find my tribe. Even my family, they looked at me different. The things that I had been through, the things that I had seen. Um, and I'll share some of those things as we kind of talk about my time in service. Um, but I started working with the Salvation Army. Uh, and I was working with homeless veterans. And how that came about was even the crazier stories. I actually volunteered for my last deployment to Afghanistan in 2013. While I was there, I trained. I was with the NATO team. I was selected to work with just a small group of Americans, 13 of us, and we were surrounded. We were accompanied. I apologize by the Afghan army, their Kandaks. So we were there, and I was training them. What'd you laugh when I said surrounded?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
it was a very fun experience. So
yeah.
we were there, and working through an interpreter is a unique skill. And also just being able to communicate. Period is a unique skill. The art of conversation truly is a lost art. Not all of us have it. Get to the point, narrate, well, all that good fun stuff. While I was there, my team chief, who happened to be a full bird colonel, as well as the Afghan, our general there, said, Sergeant Morales, you have a unique skill. Um, you can work and train these soldiers like we've never seen before, and you're doing it through an interpreter. And I was like, well, I'll be honest with you, it's more realistic here because these individuals are going to get deployed. This is their hometown. This is their life. I'm going to go back home within my after these these 12 months here. I'm going to go back home and to the land of the big PX and Walmart and all those great things that we have here. They're not. They're going to go out there and they're going to fight for their country. So I want to do my job to the damnedest and to the fullest to make sure that they're successful. So I got out, came back, and I said, you know what? When I first got out, I tried to bury who I was. I didn't want to be a veteran. All this here and back here, Veterans Community Project, all that great stuff. It wasn't who I wanted to be. I wanted to bury that part of my life. Not because that I was ashamed of it. I just seen more than my fair share. And no, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
No, no, I'm relating to what you're saying.
Oh, okay,
You
okay,
know, I
okay.
I kind of dodged, being a veteran. What'd you do in the Marine Corps? I was in the Marines. I'd say, what'd you do? Second Marine Division. Yeah, I didn't really want to go in because I didn't want to go in great detail because one, it wasn't nobody's damn business at the time, and I was always angry. So I just I'm relating to you. You got a lot of people out here relating to you too. I mean, Dean Cerny here, he said, let me get this one here. He said, getting out is hard. You lose your identity and your purpose, especially after you've been in a long time. You're institutionalized, and that's a good word, institutionalized, because, like the movie "A Few Good Men," where the part where he said, "There's not a book, there's not a pamphlet, something how tell me how to act." This is the Marine Corps. When you get out, there's no book and no pamphlet. to deal with stupid people. And of course, civilians are all stupid as far as we're concerned. When we get out, because we're trained to do it a certain way. So I was, I'm relating to what you're doing.
Totally, and most individuals can. So, like, I came back, and so I went from a 12 Bravo combat engineer sapper. So, if for those who don't qualified, demolitions and explosives, right? So, my first tour, uh, we the IEDs that were taking soldiers' lives. Our job as engineers was at the time was two things, or three things actually: EOD escort. So that horrible movie Hurt Locker, where they do all that cinematic stuff. That's actually a good
Right.
EOD movie, but it's totally a farce from what actually happens. But so we escorted them, and then named operations with infantry. So if there was something to happen, we'd be in the stacks and kicking in doors and blowing up stuff. But our biggest mission was route clearance, and that would be to find and locate the IDs that were hurting Allied forces, our own forces, our civilians killing innocent people. And I'll be honest with you, our job is truly simple. You find it or it finds you.
Right.
And
Yes.
pretty much what you break it down to. And that right there was kind of how I ended up with 5 concussions, and spent a lot of time kind of rethinking things and trying to get things reprocessed. It was a joy, and I love my regiment to death. I wouldn't trade it for the world. But man, if I think my recruiter would have told me about that part, I maybe made a different choice.
Might have got his ass whipped. but
Yeah, yeah.
uh, guys, if you're joining in late, we're here with Vincent Morales, outstanding guy, quickly becoming one of my new best buds here on here. Um, he's talking about him and what he did in the military, and we're getting ready to get into the Veterans Community Project part of this thing. Uh, and he's one of the top men in there, and he's earned it, guys. He's earned it. So give him a learn. And if you ever want to donate, if you have the need to donate to these people, these guys can sure use your donation. What they do, and you're going to find out here in a minute, but what they do is outstanding. So if you got an opportunity to donate, please get a pencil and write down everything he tells you here in a bit, and donate. Give what you can. Don't run yourself short. Try to help another veteran, but do what you can do. You know how it works.
Well, to Richie's point, if you're looking to donate and hop on our webpage, it's right here, veteranscommunityproject.org. You can do everything from a virtual tour of a tiny home in our village. You can purchase some swag, you can donate, you can become part of our honor corps. Honor corps is monthly giving. You can donate, and I'll be honest, this is one of the biggest things is manpower. That time. It's also part of our program, and why our program works is because when you're feeling alone and isolated as a veteran, you feel nobody cares. And then when all of a sudden 20 people show up on a Saturday to put up Christmas lights at your house, and they talk to you about your service, and half are vet or half have connections or communications, that's powerful. So it's not just resources. We love those as well, but time, excuse me, time, and just the ability to come down and engage with individuals. Coffee with the Veteran, something we do every Tuesday. That's something we invite everybody down to. But veteranscommunityproject.org, you can, if you're needing assistance or wanting to learn more about it, you can go there to get help. You can learn about us and all the things that we offer.
Guys, write that down because we'll be saying that again here in a little bit. He'll be talking about that most of the night here, how to donate. Okay, you're the elephant in the room. It's on your
All right.
shirt. It's part of your life. What made you join Veterans Community Project, and what do y'all do?
Outstanding. So I came back from Afghanistan, and I started working with the Salvation Army. There's a grant program out there, a federal grant program called SSVF. It's located in almost every city across the country. So if you are a veteran who's experiencing some type of housing instability, just Google SSVF and it'll come up. I actually hopped there. That was my first job working. That was actually my first office job. Working with veterans, and I was what they deemed their veteran navigator. And what qualified me for that were two things. One is that I was a veteran, and two, at that time, I was 90% fighting the VA, which eventually I resolved within 10 years, fighting the VA to get all of my 5 concussions taken care of. So I was pretty experienced in navigating my own issues. Um, So I met a group of the other veterans here. Once again, different facets of life. One was a lawyer, one was a veteran navigator, the other one was a social worker. Another guy was just really handy with tools, kind of hung around us, and we got tired of seeing our fellow brothers and sisters fall through the cracks. Maybe the veteran was over income. Maybe the veteran has some evictions that they can't pay off, or maybe they're in a program at this current time, but they're taking, their 10% service connected, so getting $100, and to stay there it costs 30. That's a large part of your overhead, right? That's a large part of your budget. So just a million different things we were saying, and the truthfulness is that I started off on one of the things that I didn't start off of, but I still continue to love to do is street outreach, going out there to our veterans out there and meeting them where they're at, whether that's at a chow hall for lack of better terms, but someplace where they can get some food, whether
Yeah.
that's under the camps and the bridges, all that. It's something I love doing. So we said, you know what, we're just gonna have. Well, this was actually the honest conversation. Where you want to get bear at tonight? Harry's on the plaza, or sorry, Harry's in Westport. Yep, Harry's Country Club, Harry's Country Club in Westport. And right then and there, the napkin was brought out, and order of beers was bought. And we said if we could rewrite the playbook for what it looks like to serve today's veteran, to help our brothers and sisters the best way possible, to learn how to say yes, and then figure out what would that look like. And 5 years later, there's a lot more in there, but 5 years later, here we are now in our fifth year of operation and national expansion. But it truly started just with an idea of doing what is right for each other simply because it's right. The harder right over the easier wrong. Those of you who are listening, you probably heard these cliches from the military over and over. But as I'm getting up in my age, I'm like, man, that shit makes sense.
It does. And it's amazing how the light bulb one day you walk do something like, that's what that means. Holy crap. 20 years later, I've been Eureka. Yeah.
So we end up acquiring some property off of 89th and Troost, which is kind of the edge of the urban core, 5 acres, and we end up, we actually started. I'll be honest with you, the first 3 years were the longest deployment of my life. Now I had a 16-month in Iraq, but I can tell you, Veterans Community Project in our beginning stages was the longest deployment of my life. We would work anywhere between 15 to 18-hour days, each of us in our given area. I actually becoming a social worker, so our housing program was the thing that I happened to design. And then we go build the tiny houses by hand. We live in phases. The first 13, we laid flooring. We, 2x4 sheetrock, insulation, with the exception of some of the skilled labor that Vinny's not really too good at plumbing, so maybe you don't want me running all that. Hang sheetrock like a champ, but the rest, not too much. And then the first 13 houses, they were all property, and we showed the people we were real. That took, honestly, that took the community to help, and by that community I mean the veteran community, the VFW, Wounded Warrior, DAV, the American Legion, and even in here in Kansas City, the city and civic events. So we have celebration at the station. We have Santa Calagon days. If there's something that was a big event there, we would be there.
Now that I want to touch on that, and you got to that. See how we segue, and we're made to do this together, brother.
We're flowing here, brother. We're flowing.
That's how I figured out about you guys and what you did. I was at Santa Calagon Days 2017. I had a booth up there, my dad and I. It was in Independence, Missouri, in case anybody didn't know. I make outdoor furniture. I make a lot of things out of wood, cedar, walnut, some pretty ass 1800s looking furniture, right? And I had a big booth up there, and you guys are right across from me. And I kept staring at these little houses. I said, I got to go in one. So the gentleman out there, I don't remember his name, was a dark-haired gentleman, about 5'9", maybe 5'10", had glasses on. He showed me how to, he unlocked it, and I went in there, and there's not a single space that's wasted. And I've been a carpenter for 30 years. I own my own construction company. I mean, I made a lot of my money in construction. And everything was just, the feng shui and the flow was awesome. And so I let them, when I was up in Santa Calagon days, I let them come in and have water, standing there a little bit, and I passed out flyers to help you guys out up there because these houses, and they had two of them. They had them on trailers. They brought them in on trailers, and they were showing different designs of them, and they were just cool. They were just that's how I got affiliated with you guys.
Well, so it all worked out, truly, comes to fruition here where we're here talking about how this goes on and what we settled on, and you getting a chance to see it, and it's just amazing. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not a numbers guy by any means, but like less than 1/2 of 1% serve our nation since the draft has went away. Once you get connected into the veteran community, you will actually start to see what a tight knit and exclusive community where we're taking care of each other. Now, that community obviously includes our family members, our spouses, our children, who also serve just as much with us. But it really is amazing to see this community coming together. So as you said, Richie, that's seeing us there. Now here we are years later talking. So it's amazing.
Yeah, it is amazing. I'll give you some numbers. Veterans are less than 10% of the population. Okay. There's 19 million veterans. That's according to VA that they know about. There's a lot of homeless veterans that they don't know about. But of what they know is 19 veterans, 12 million are of the age where they could go back in and fight if they had to. And it's still physical enough shape to do so. So you're looking at 19 million, divide that by the population, and then you tell me. Okay. And you see more money thrown at other organizations, the debacle at the border. You got a lot of money wasted there. You got money wasted on electric cars and just people fly around in jet airplanes. Some people don't need to fly around jet airplanes. Some people need to get out on the track and walk. Okay. But you see money going there, but you don't see money going to the right places. You hear a lot of things to veterans. Oh man, I wish I could do more. Or some people come and give you a kind word. And some people are like, man, why? You guys signed up for it. What's the big deal? You signed up for it. And that gets on my skin because if, let's say, their mother, father, or husband, whatever, died, and they worked at a chemical plant, they fell in a chemical vat and died. How would they like me to walk up to them and say, hey, he signed up for it, man. That's his job. He went there every day. That's dumb, And if they don't want, I tell people, if you don't want to give, don't give. Don't be an asshole about it either. If you don't want to give, don't give. We're not begging you and twisting your arm to do anything. And guys like you, man, are salt. You guys are the salt of the earth. You do what you do, and guys that will do what I do. Our families suffer a little more than some families because we're here doing this. And it's guys like you, man, are you're just totally awesome. So is the little houses? Is this just a Missouri thing, or are you guys connected all over the United States?
So we are actually. So I'll tell you the honest truth. We started off as just a group of Kansas City combat veterans looking to do best for Kansas City. Once we got the first 13 done, and then the actual project fully completed, 49 tiny homes, that we were reached out by over 700 cities that said, wow, how do we get Veterans Community Project in our city? We want you here. Nice. And then, that kind of started the wheel moving. And to be honest, we actually felt obligated to do it because, today's veteran is, as I said before, less served. So there's probably not a state that I can go to that I can't sleep on somebody's couch. That if I'm having hard times, I can't go to this state and I have a brother or sister or somebody there that I can talk to, and then I'll be like, man, my house has been open. I've had my brothers here quite often. We actually go down to Fort Leonard Wood for the Sapper reunion every April for regimental month. So there's not a place in this country, this great country of ours, that I can't stay. So really, it goes back to what we did. Kansas City only. That was our goal. We got through it, but we felt obligated. And as we've grown, I now have a bed, soon to be 35 of them in Longmont, Colorado. That is where one of our next villages. It's actually moving earth as we speak. And then in St. Louis, Missouri, we have a village of 50 houses going up there. That's actually they're moving earth as we speak. I actually just got back today from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. We actually are moving and start kicking off some capital campaign and raising some funds, which I didn't go. I would just remind me if you can, because I'll have my mind go about how we're funded, because this is really key to our success as well. And then we at our house party, which actually just happened because we just turned 5 years old. We actually did a short video announcement about our Oklahoma City project that is coming up. That will be an official announcement up on our webpage and posted across the media within once again the next 30 days or so. And our goal is to be in 8 cities by the end of 2022.
Nice, nice. Guys, we're here with Vincent. He's one of the great individuals. I'll say that great individuals from the Veterans Community Project. Uh, they do little houses, and they do a few more things besides little houses, and we'll get to that here in just a second. But he's here with us today, hanging out. Him and Pimp are having a conversation. So far, we ain't got off rails yet. We're staying on there. Um, you had a one of our viewers said if you ever need a place to stay, you can use his camper and stay as long as you want. There's beer in the fridge. He's in Ohio. Okay,
Outstanding.
so
Well, I appreciate that. I'm hoping if I can stay as long as I want, I hope it's a big fridge because I might be drinking a lot of beer.
well, don't worry. The gentleman that sent that can match you can for can. I promise you. He put them away. The band, one of the bands that played at our event that we had Saturday, is watching now, and they said you can describe the houses and how it's determined who gets them and the costs associated with obtaining the criteria for the veterans. Do not get ahead of us. We have a line of questioning. That is one of our questions. Reality becomes probably Aaron, you mother. Robert Tanner, what's up, pimp? What's up? How you doing, Tanner? Um, how do you go about choosing the veteran for
So,
the house?
so what was designed? What I kind of constructed was um, a very to get into all kind of smart people terms of biological, social, and psychological interview to talk about different things. But it's really as simple as this: we have 5 pillars of our program. The pillars of our program are income stability, fiscal understanding, health and welfare, training and education, network of support, and then our actual interview process. We incorporate those as well as history of service and a history of housing. I mean, so I'm going to say this, and I'm not for sure if you may some of the offended viewers may not necessarily agree with this or not, but listen, we know this. Not everybody that joins the military is a hero. All right. Like, we'll just put it flat out there, brother. That's why I became Sergeant Morales, because I could put my foot in those non-heroes' asses daily. Because somebody did it for me. They straightened me up. Some individuals you can straighten up. Some individuals you can't. But for our program, they come in, they sit down. There'll be an interview process. We'll look at their history of housing. We'll look at their service. We'll see if they're eligible for VA. We'll see if they are eligible and fit right for our program, and then they are will come back for a second interview with our community case management team to see how they fit into our community. And that's important because we've changed a lot of things, not just when it comes to transitional housing. I perfect time to hit on this. VCP defines a veteran as anybody that raised their right hand, right? So that's
Okay,
one. So there is not that VA 24 months of consecutive service after 1980. There's none of that. We are also pet friendly. So being out in the streets doing outreach for so many years, I met so many veterans that would not come off the street because they would not leave their 4-legged friend. So we're pet friendly. We
nice,
also have family units. So a veteran who is facing housing instability and is not able to see his children, we make sure that that veteran is, if they fit right for it, into a family house so they can be reunited with their family. I mean, there is nothing more motivating than hugging, your loved ones, your 4-legged friends every night and having a roof over your head. So that was huge. So, and then on top of that, this is something that's also people ask, and I know this comes up, is do we have a waiting list? The answer is no. And that is because we prioritize on who is most vulnerable. We kind of add all these up. we run into the way our program, the way our assessment goes, assess their vulnerability, and we also do not want veterans passing up a housing opportunity just so they can be in our program. We want them to exercise every option that is out there because we have to work twice as hard for our dollars in these federal programs. So I said, remind me of it, and I'll just go ahead and put it out there now. We are privately funded. We do not receive any federal dollars. We do not receive any money that comes with restrictions. We rely on, once again, the communities to support us. That because that allows us to have our definition of veteran. I actually see one of the comments in here. This gentleman here, Jeremiah Bull, is a great buddy of mine. We went down range together twice to Iraq. There he is. And then this gentleman right here is actually just talking about our funding. Put on what was called Hold 'em for Heroes, and all the proceeds went to us 3 years in a row. So it truly is tapping into the veteran community, the power that is there, not having to go back to that same system and follow those same rules that didn't work then. That's why we're in this situation. We're good at housing veterans, getting them to where they need to be. Now there are things that we are not experts in: substance abuse, mental health, hospice, anything of that nature. But this is our lane, and we want to make sure, just like the military, we stay in our lane, we execute our task, and once we're done there, we pass it off to the professional that can assist that individual.
Nice, man. What an outstanding program. Guys, you tune in. I see a lot of people tune in. I can see who's watching us on top of the screen here. Thank y'all for tuning in. By the way, share this out. This is important information going on right now. We have a just handsome looking dude right here with the Veterans Community Project shirt on, and he's telling us all about these tiny homes that we've seen all over everywhere, all over the news. I mean, he squeezed 40 some houses in 5 acres or 13 houses in 5 acres. So man, I own land, and that ain't no way I can put that many houses on. That just ain't possible. But they cut a dime, they stretch things, and they're just awesome people. And Vince is here with us talking about what's going on here. So you got the criteria of how to get veterans in these houses. What happens if a veteran don't want to? Do you guys give up on them, or do you talk to them a little more? Try to get them other services besides the little houses, or what do you guys do?
So for our entry program, for when a veteran comes in and sits down in the screen, let's say the veteran um, is suffering from severe substance abuse. One of the things that we do is, because we are here for our brothers no matter what. It is not
Thank
a
you,
revolving door, but we want to make
thank
sure
you.
that they're always taken care of. So
Yeah,
one of the things that we would ask that veteran to do is to go check into an inpatient program. And once they get out of that program, if they have completely adhered to the guidelines and are successful and are ready to go on down that road of recovery, they are then, with their case management, they'll figure out their program. They'll be in the program, depending on however long is needed. They'll continue with their treatment, and they're good to go. Really, like we were actually at an 85% success ratio. Now that 85% is amazing, because that's double the national average. But
yeah,
you just mentioned a minute ago, what about those that other 15%? We have had some hard transitions where veterans. So we are what we refer to as a housing first harm reduction model. So we do not allow hard substances within the program. We do not allow crack cocaine, methamphetamines, heroin, any of that. We have children in our village. It is a true community, so none of that is allowed. And when that veteran does decide to make that decision, we don't just say, here's your stuff, see you later. We find the programs, if it is, once again, for substance abuse, that they can get back into, to get them back on track so we can bring them back into the program. There is a re-interview process to make sure that they are there and they're ready to go, and where we're going to connect them with. But it's something that we've had to deal with. It is hard, but truly it is holding our veterans responsible and accountable. I think something that we've all learned in the military, and being in that program, in our program, I apologize, we pre responsibility, not just to the team, it's to themselves. Our veterans do not pay any rent while in the program. They don't give any monetary type of rent. They pay rent by making that appointment. They pay rent by going to their outpatient program. They pay rent by simply just going to the VA for an appointment. Oh, you know what, Richie? I totally forgot to ask you before we started. How's my hair doing? Is it all right? I didn't get a chance to get it all.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. Yeah, I'd say.
You working
Yeah.
all right? Okay, I want to make sure I didn't get
Yeah.
too much glare. A little bit of glare, man. I don't want to mess it up
Oh
on you.
no, 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 no. Your glare is fine. Your glare is fine. Um, One of the guys just joined with us, an outstanding friend of mine, Justin Kinney. He's from Oregon, out there. Um, you talk about another veteran who do things for other veterans. He runs the BV Nation Media out there. I'm gonna try to get him in touch with you because I know you're from here in Missouri, but I know you can give him some avenues of how to get hold of people out there where he's at. Because I mean, you got things going on in Colorado right now, St. Louis, Missouri. You're just a hell of a dude, and I'm gonna get you guys in contact with him about that. But you mentioned in the program. So this is I'm taking it this is not a long term. They just can't live here permanently. Is that what you're
No,
saying, or
no.
okay?
So it is a transitional housing model. We do have I don't want to say it no later than, but we do have a time frame that we expect veterans to achieve success and move on from our program. The current stay right now is about 16 to 18 months. And in that
Okay.
time frame, we've been able to change lives. It's when you have somebody in your corner advocating for you and you're already up on the third tier of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, you're not worried about food, shelter, safety. It's amazing what a good night's rest and being able to focus on yourself can do for you. So 16 to 18 months is about our average stay.
Okay, so 16, 18 months. That's usually enough time that people get their mind right. People get to get things going in themselves. Take advantage of certain rehab, like alcohol, drug rehab things. That's enough time to really get established and then really understand finances. A lot of veterans. First of all, a lot of veterans are homeless. They want to be homeless. Okay, a lot of people don't know
Mhm.
that. Probably 50% of veterans they want to be there. They don't want to be bothered everything. But finances is something veterans struggle with too. They get a little bit of money in their pocket. Boy, they think they're rich. And so you guys offer a lot of that, and you take care of veterans. You're just doing a hell of a job. Please tell us once again where to donate. By the way.
Where to donate, actually, and of course, I want you to donate. That's always the goal, but also learn about the project. VeteransCommunityProject.org. We got right here on the t-shirt, nice and big, VeteransCommunityProject.org. There is a help tab if you want to volunteer some time. There's a donate tab. There's our swag shop. We also, because we're trying to, continue success and longevity of this organization, look up bravoq.org. That is actually our Kansas City based barbecue sauce. 4 flavors, all amazing. I'm going to tell you this. I worked the American Royal this year. Competitors were coming over buying our sauce to put on their meat. And I'm not going to be biased, but there's one called Vinny's Spicy Sauce, might be the best.
You're just saying. Just saying.
Just,
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
just saying, if you happen to
Yeah.
see it, Vinny Spicy Sauce, they're available at all Westlakes. They're available online. They're amazing. It goes to all the proceeds, with the exception, obviously, the manufacturing, bottling, comes back to Veterans Community Project, so it
Right.
helps us
Right.
maintain our mission. So please give that a
Right.
whirl.
Okay. Here's the ninja question. This is bring tears to some people's eyes. Uh,
Okay.
Tell us about how it makes you feel when you see a success story, when you see a veteran from nothing and he comes through your project and then he successfully transitions and has a great life. Tell us about what that means to you to have that done.
So I can tell you what that means to me. So um, May 20th, 2004. I apologize, 2005. Was on a route clearance mission that we shouldn't have been on. And that was because we had just came back from a different part of Iraq called Talafar. and all the other platoons, their vehicles were down. Third platoon, we were the only one that was up. We got tasked with their mission. That night, we were ambushed, and I helped. I had the honor and privilege, which truly it was for me, to watch my battle, who I went to basic training with, move on to glory, move on to the next life in my hands. And during that moment, and I can clear as day in my head. Never once did I think this was actually happening. This is such a surreal moment. I've never, this is not happening. This is not real, right? I made him a promise the last time I seen him, and I would never let him be forgotten. And I would do everything that I can in my power not to let it happen to another soldier or another brother. So when I came back here, kind of went down a very bad road, as I said, came back from active duty, that kind of bumpy period. I found my calling with vets. So we fast forward to where we're at now. Every time I see one of our veterans positively transition out, it does more. That does more for me than it does for the veterans we're serving. Because I am fulfilling a promise to Tyler Loren Cremient, who was KA in Iraq, and he was my brother. And I'm doing that not just for my brother, because this is one of many stories that brothers have out there that we've lost and we've left overseas. So for me, it's fulfilling a promise. I love it for that veteran individually. Yes, can't be more happy for that veteran. Love it for them, because then I turn around and I encourage them to come back and say, show what this program can do. Show your warrior spirit. Be who you are supposed to be. That is what we do as a community. That is what we are about. That is how we take care of each other. And the beautiful part about it is that they do. So just that paying it forward, I'm paying my brother that I lost. And, we're doing it in the memory of the ones we've lost. And the veterans that are here, we are defeating the war on terror by winning our best. Living our best lives. I don't know where the hell terror lives, because he ain't got an address. I bet you if he had an address, we'd have went over there and bombed his ass and took care of it a long time ago.
Right, right.
So, so how do we win that war on terror? We come back here, brother. We take care of each other, and we live our best lives.
What message, and this is kind of not really a veterans project, but it is, but what message would you give a veteran who just come out of the service right now? Tomorrow, the bus shows up and they drop off a veteran into the current status that we're in now. What advice would you give this veteran?
Get connected. Don't isolate. Find your tribe. Find that group of individuals that. And there's, you know what? Here's one thing I learned about the veteran game, and I hate to admit this. I had to get over myself for a while. I had to get over myself. I was a combat engineer, a grunt, I'm out there doing that stuff. And I had this mentality that if you're not a grunt, you didn't do what I did. You don't know what I've been through. You don't know it. You don't know.
And it happens a lot amongst veterans.
It does. And you know what happened? It isolated me from my brothers and sisters who needed my help. So as Sergeant First Class Morales, how am I fulfilling my duties as non-commissioned officer? And as Vincent Morales, how am I fulfilling my duties as a veteran, as a father, as all the things that I do in my life, if I am not leading by example? And leading by example means that is inclusion. So what's traumatic to one person may not be traumatic to another. So just through the fact that, I've seen a lot of things and been through a lot of things, and I'm still here standing, doesn't mean that the next person can handle that. So truly find your tribe. If that is Wounded Warrior, if that is the American Legion, if that is the veteran, the VFW, that's the DAV. I really truly think, and I know he's in here listening. One thing that Jeremiah Bull pulled off that I thought was amazing was that he was able to connect the Legion and a VFW with Veterans Community Project under one roof. Now I know that many people are like, that's not a big deal, but I don't know if you're
No,
part of either or. You don't
that that
you don't go into the Legion wearing a VFW jacket.
no, that's a huge deal. And being a comedian, I performed for both. I've performed for VFW. I performed for American Legion. Okay, and there was a lot of tension at first, and now the tension's not like it was. I know one of the presidents had to pass a bill, saying that you can join either or, and and so I don't, and they're dying off. The American Legion and VFW are dying off because, well, they're nobody really needs them. They think anymore. So now I see a lot of them turning to like helping people out for skills, like finding jobs, getting your VA paperwork, which God knows you need help filling out VA paperwork because the VA don't even know what the hell they're doing. So they want you to fill out something they don't know nothing about. Uh, and I mean that smile wholeheartedly. Being a veteran, we have a love hate relationship with the VA. Okay, we just do. They, I mean, I've been waiting 3 months now to get in and get looked at for some muscle problems I have, and they're like, "Well, it takes 3 months. It would probably take another 2 months to get your surgery." Well, I didn't. Where's the surgery thing come from? Well, wait, slow down. Let's get this figured out. But that's the way it is. However, veterans need to take advantage of that and get that, and that's what people like you were there for, to steer in the right direction. We've got some people comment here, and I'm getting behind on the comments here. Jennifer Westerman right here. She's one of our hosts on the show here. She does a lot of gaming. She's a super awesome gamer. She's in a contest, matter of fact. She's going to win it because she's that awesome. But she said, I've had that happen to her. People, tell her she's not as good as they are because they did something different in there. And the VA went around. Your buddy here, he's commenting, the comments exist outside the military. Well, you're lucky to have a group of veterans in KC. Look, I just said a while ago, there's 19 million veterans. There's only about 1 million active duty. So we need to come together. There's more of us than there is active duty. Okay. Jennifer, she says, especially since I was 19, I got honorably discharged at 19. Honorably discharged at 19. That must mean she must have had
Did I lose you?
some type of okay. Why? I don't get why we do that. That doesn't make any sense. Jeremiah caught a bunch of gruff at first. I told him grow up. We were all veterans, and we all get it. I said a little bit different than you did, Jeremiah. I said I'll bust your ass because I'm in a cage fighter and so MMA fighter. I wasn't afraid to knuckle up. Okay, 6-foot guy about 250 pounds staring at you like, you know what? I'm better shut my pie hole. I wish I was 250 now, but I'm not. They are well in some places, Dean. Like you said, the old drunks in BFW and American Legion are pushing people away. Some little towns like I'm in a town called Cameron, Missouri. I don't know, Vince, if you've ever been up this way, in Cameron. That's where my office is right now. They don't have a bar in their American Legion post up here, and a lot of these small towns don't have it because they got 5-6 people that belong to them, so they can't do it. And that's another thing. We need to get the numbers up, take care of one another. So I'm gonna turn the floor back over to you. What advice would you give veterans that not just be kind, because everybody says be kind to one another. What would you say to impact a veteran to get along with each other?
And I damn these these cliches and all these things that they told us.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, but as I said before, there is reality and knowledge behind that. We all bleed the same. We all bleed the same. It doesn't make a difference. And when those bullet flies right past your head, all that political ideology and all that other shit don't make a damn bit of a difference. So
exactly right.
keeping that in mind, when we come back here, I actually came back and had I moved kind of back to the neighborhood that I left, and I kind of had some bad. I got back into my old ways that I was getting away from, and what changed me was that deployment, but also connecting with myself and being around like-minded people who want to do what needs to be done for the community, for your veteran community, your community in general. I think when it comes to Legion and the VFW, they do kind of, you're going to find one or two of those individuals. You're going to find the last man standing. You're going to find the guys that are like, I've been doing this shit since before you were even
Yeah.
thought of. Yeah. Yeah, there's also less of us. And then you're going to find the individuals who I can, there are actually two individuals here in Kansas City, Missouri, with the Vietnam Veterans of America that have taken me under their wing. And I'm not a VSO. It's something I'm looking at, kind of learning more on. But I'm dangerous enough to know when somebody qualifies for something. But they took me under their wing. So truly, just it's all about being connected. And as I said, so my buddy here, Jeremiah is in the chat. There are 6 individuals here in the Kansas City area that we deployed with in 2004, and then a couple of us that deployed more in 2007. What are the chances of that? Which, as you said, 19 million. Here's the percent: less than 1/2 of 1% serves. Veterans are isolated. I get that. I understand that we do need our downtime. We need our alone time, whether it's in a tiny home, whatever that is, or whether it's hunting or fishing up there in that deer stand coming up, whatever your alone time is, we all need that. But we also need community, you know. So yeah, of course you're gonna go out hunting season. I got it right. Actually, my dad's pissed because I'm not going hunting with him because I got to go to work. Right? He's actually pissed at me because his birthday is actually on opening day this year. But anyway, you got to go zero your rifle, right? So you guys all get
Yeah.
together. You head out there and you zero your rifle. You do whatever. Make sure you're good to go. We always pick on the guy that can't shoot, and then we go and then what? And then we go and have a beer. We take care of business first. We work hard, especially at Veterans Community Project. We work hard and we play hard. I'm all like I said, the VFW, the Legions, they kind of get those bad images. Um,
Mhm.
there's with a lot of the infusion of new blood, this generation taking up the guide on that's huge. Truly, find who you gravitate, who works best for you and your organization, depending on how you want to do it. Put your best foot forward and don't be scared to those challenges, um, and that come with working in those areas. Obviously, as a lot of VFWs and Legions are in certain demographic parts of town, right? Certain areas that are segregated. That was how they were set up. That's not the case anymore. That is not the case. It truly is not. So if you have a veteran that's over in an African American part of town, or a Mexican American part of town, or Caucasian part of town, or today's veteran, it is so inclusive and so important that we understand that no matter what their sexual orientation is, no matter what they do, can they do their job under fire? I don't give a shit if you're cutting hair. Rounds start coming in. Don't mess up my damn haircut. All right. Get your job done and we're going to take care of business. And that's really something that I think today's veteran understands. It's just hard to navigate and connect with those individuals.
We're here with Vincent, the guy's Morales. This guy is totally awesome. Been with us for a little bit now. Been with about an hour now. Vincent, he's from the Veterans Community Project. Got a lot of things lining up to do. Tell us about what you got next. What's next for Veterans Community Projects? What do you guys got coming up in the coming months or year?
So what we have next right now is just honestly, I'll be honest, and I don't want to say I hate this, but I've been hearing it every day from all the Marines in my office. We got to get through tomorrow. We got to get through tomorrow. Jesus Lord. I mean, I get it. Hey, brothers, I love you, but just calm down. And then we're gonna get to Veterans Day, get through Veterans Day, right? We're gonna get through Veterans Day,
Yeah.
knock all the rest of the out, and then to continue on in 2022 with building of the sites that we have, finishing up Longmont, St. Louis, Sioux Falls, actually starting to move earth, and then hopefully start to get everything moving, to move some earth in Miami. I'm sorry, Miami. I apologize, Oklahoma, and then identify our next 3 cities. So a lot of traveling, just like finding out who, what, where, when, and why. Once Veterans Community Project in their city and how we can help their veterans. That's really what's next. Oh, here in Kansas City, of course, of course, I apologize, is the Veteran Navigation Campus at 89th and Troost. Building that and then just staffing it out with every great agency that you can think of. KC Cattle Company, Chalk Up for Burpees, you name it, Monkey Brain Art. If there's an organization that's out there that's willing And hey, that's a legitimate name, man. It's Monkey Brain Art. Give it a look. Give it a look. um, so like one of the associations I'm a part of, Sapper Association. If you get a chance to look on Sapper Association on Facebook, bringing agencies in that are doing those type of events, and bringing them all together. That's what we're really trying to do here in Kansas City is get all the hands stirring in one pot. Because those of you who ever watched Planet of the Apes, right? You remember Planet of the Apes, Richie? The newer
Actually, I
one.
do. No, I
So
remember
you
the older
remember?
one.
Oh, you remember the older ones? Well, that part where I think it's Caesar's, shows the twig and he breaks it. He says, ape's weak, puts four twigs together, ape's strong. Well, let's just go ahead and let's just say, check it out. One vet, all of us,
Yeah.
not going nowhere. So it's
Right.
about uniting us as a community.
You sound like guys got a lot of things in the works. Have you ever guys considered maybe doing some other fundraising? And if you have, that's great. And if not, if you want to utilize, like I said, W Entertainment, go ahead and do so. I'm also an auctioneer. I've been an auctioneer for about 35 years. I started when I was about 15 years old. I got into it. I'm addicted to auctions. I'm fascinated with auctions. I like to hear the sound of the auctions. It just, I don't know. It's just like, it's just cool as hell. Hunting, fighting, and auctions it used to be drinking, but I had to quit that. So, but that's something I love to do. So if you guys ever want to do that, go ahead. I will get you in touch with some people out of Oregon, maybe go on their show out there as well, and talk with them and try to get your message out there. Because I know there's homeless veterans everywhere. I think you'd be hard pressed to tell me a state where there ain't a homeless veteran. And those northern states, I wouldn't want to be homeless in the northern states. Screw that noise. The Dakotas.
I don't disagree. We just left up there, and we're going back, and it's supposed to have a pretty good downpouring of I think of snow on Thursday. So yeah, it's already that time.
Oh, screw that. I mean, at least here in Missouri, at least we dodge it for a bit. Although February in Missouri sucks. Okay, February is just, if it ain't ice, it's cold. Your testicles stick to your leg. I mean, it's bad. It's bad here. Well, Vincent, I appreciate you coming on here, man. Dude, what you're doing is outstanding. When I made the phone call, I got the ball rolling and talked to you guys. I talked to another gentleman first. He was such a nice guy, outstanding guy, and he turned me on to you, and you've been an outstanding guy. We've had this plan now for a little bit to have you on here and talk to you. You're welcome to any show that Woven puts on, any comedy show. You're welcome to come for free. Come in, have a good time, laugh, and
I would love that. And as you said, so when it comes to fundraising and getting veterans together for community, we host 2 events ourselves that are in house: a golf tournament and our annual gala. Everything else is a third party type of deal. But I would love to come out, check out some veteran comedy, see how we can make this happen, make this work, and how we can also promote it and support it. But obviously, it's about bringing all of us together.
Yeah, it absolutely does. Comedy has a way of doing it. I have a motto: if you're laughing, you ain't crying. Okay, and that's one of the things. Yeah, that's one of the things that veterans or any suicide at all, laughter is the enemy of suicide. It really is. If you can get them laughing every day, or you start stacking days, you're less likely to commit suicide. And there's a whole list of things that we go through on here, what not to do. Like, don't paint your rooms gray, for example. That little bit of a tip, they're like, why? Because gray is a very depressing color. Mm-hmm. Even jailhouses now started painting their walls a different color. And it really went down on inmate suicides, because a lot of inmates let's say they were doing it for misdemeanor. It wasn't that bad a charge, but they think their lives are going bad. And they see these gray walls, they get all doomed.
Gray walls, yeah, it's depressing. Yeah. It's depressing.
Gray is depressing. It looks good on a car. It don't look good on your wall. Okay, it don't look good on your wall. So there's things like that you got to change. You got a gentleman on here. Hang on, let me put these up here for you to read. You're a good dude, Vinny. Keep it up. That's from Dean Cerny. That's one of our super fans on there.
Thank you very much.
Here's our host, one of our show hosts on there, Jennifer. She said, "Great dude. If you game, you're always welcome with her. She's got a game in the show. She plays, you name it. Hell, she'll beat Chaz and Pac-Man. She is that good no matter what she plays. So if you ever want to do any gaming and you want to go on her and play with her, hit her up.
Well,
Jennifer,
so
what's
just being in the military, I'll tell you, the game that I play is spades. I mean, I don't know if anybody here knows how to play spades, but like, if you
yes,
want to play
yes.
spades, I'll put it on you. I ain't scared of those spades.
I ain't scared either. Another game we play a lot of in the military, and you're gonna know when I say it. Dominoes. Okay, dominoes. I was a domino king when I played.
You know, I mean, and the gentleman's in this room right there, Mr. Jeremiah Bull. I played dominoes for 15 straight months. I ain't scared of no dominoes.
That's right. I ain't afraid of dominoes. I love dominoes. Well, matter of fact, I was married to the first wife. I got out. I bought me a set of dominoes with a little metal spinner where you can spin them. Because that's how you talk crap at dominoes. You spin that last domino and piss everybody off. You say, bang, panties, give them up, give them up.
Oh yeah.
I better not be saying all that. Jennifer, she might answer, man, if I get too mean like that. Anyway, so Benny, brother, thank you for coming on, man. We're greatly appreciated. You can hang around if you want to. I got a segment I like to do called Pimp's Pets. I choose a weird pet. I talk about it and show it off, and you might be one of these guys that say no. You might be one of these guys that say yes. Hold on, what's it say here? What's Jeremiah saying here? I just want to take your money at poker. Well,
he can't play no poker. He can't play no.
Is that
poker.
right? Oh, is that right? Jeremiah was a bullfrog. What he is, yeah. Jeremiah. I love poker. I'm just one of the old veterans that we play tunk. You know.
Oh yeah, tunk. You know, I'll be honest. That may not necessarily be a veteran game. That's definitely a hood game. I know we play that in the hood quite often.
Well, you know, being of Indian descent, we got all kind of things that we like to, you know.
Oh yeah.
We'll throw some tomahawks. I don't care. Okay, guys. The pimp's pet for today is the Western hognose snake. Western hognose snake. These things are venomous. They bite you. They can be fatal, but they're not as bad as the timber rattler. And look at the nose on these things. It's got the most perfect name, hog-nosed. And they are multicolored. Some of them look like that. But the basic distinctive thing is that nose, okay? That nose is the most distinctive thing on it. Let me go back here and turn off this comment so it's not away. Go back here. There, and there it is again. There's it again when it's young. Yeah. Here they are like that right there. We lost Vincent. Wait for him to come back on here in a second. Has been having some connection issues. But and there you go. So there's the different kinds of them. There's different colors. When they're young, when they're old, and they got an Eastern version of this snake as well. So that's your pimp's pet for today.
There we go.
There we go.
I had a connection. I apologize about that.
But what do you think of that snake?
I got that golden rule of nature. Don't fuck with it, and don't fuck with you. That's exactly what I think about him. I've had way too many too close encounters. So nice snake, you know, I like it. They roll over and play dead before they bite. Yeah, don't fuck with it. It won't fuck with you.
See, I kind of got a problem.
Yeah,
I catch them, and being in my culture, I like to make things from them. I shot me a timber rattler. Yeah, I thought it was about my grandson, so I was very well justified. It made me a headband out of it, only to find out the shaman of my tribe told me that I didn't bless it, so I had to bless the thing. It's a big old process. And here's a tip for you. I don't know if you know this or not, but a lot of people don't know how to identify a poison snake if it hadn't got a rattle. Not all poison snakes have a rattle. Look at their eyes. If their eyes are cat, if they got that cat eye, that, you know, kind of oblong looking in the center, they're poisonous. That's sorry, I had a message come across. Everybody tried to message me. A couple guys said, just had a message on here. Loyal fan, I don't know why they don't comment on here, but they said, what kind of medical procedure do you have at your, hang on, let me read that. What kind of medical procedure do you have at these facilities? Is there a nurse on hand close, or do you rely on civilian medical.
Oh, for Veterans Community Project.
Yes, yeah. I'm sorry for the middle house.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
everybody's supposed to.
I'll kind of give you the inclusive rundown of how we define veteran. As I said, it doesn't make a difference what's on your discharge as long as you have it. So you'll have one of three individuals that are walking, an individual who's kind of on
Hey, go ahead.
where they,
Go ahead and keep talking for a second. I got to take this call. Go ahead and keep talking.
okay. Tell them I say hi. Don't forget to tell them I say hi. So we have a second type of veteran that will come through, and that is an individual who may have had enough time in service, but they are excuse me, time in service, but did not meet the correct discharge other than honorable. Prime example of that is the repeal of don't ask, don't tell. Veterans would have 26 months in it and then be removed from service with an other than honorable. So we will work on that to upgrade. And the third type of veteran that walks through the door is going to be the individual who does not meet time in service and received an honorable discharge, but did meet time in service, whether they were railroaded through the military, maybe they just weren't a good fit. They failure to adapt. They move on. So when it comes to our services, I can tell you what we provide in-house. We provide transitional housing with case management. We provide bus passes for every veteran in the Kansas City metro area. We provide food boxes, hygiene kits, and snack bags. And we provide limited additional funding we call emergency assistance. So the veterans may need help with their rent, some of their small bills, some of the things a lot of agencies will not pay for, car repair, things of that nature. And when it comes to the medical side of the house, we do have in our community center a dental office that is sponsored and built, and he mans it, Dr. Blackard in Belton, Missouri. And then we have a medical room where we can perform triage on individuals. That is actually manned twice a month by Scope and Research Health. We have a pet wash, a dog wash, a pet wash. We also have a veterinarian room. We have a learning lab as well as a fellowship hall. So we do not, once again, Veterans Community Project, what we want to do is this. We want to collaborate. We do not want to come in here and say we can do this better than you. I don't know a damn thing about horses. I'm not gonna be the guy to say I know. I'm gonna give you equine therapy. And you know what? I could probably do some stuff on some paper, but that's not art therapy. But I can give veterans purpose, motivation, and direction to get their lives back in order. So my lane is transitional housing. Everything else, we partner out with agencies, and it truly is those solid referrals and solid partnerships that make that happen. That's why individuals will support us in one way or another.
Outstanding. Hey, thanks for covering for real quick. My wife lost temporary. My wife temporarily lost her mind. She was calling me. She knew where I was. This is kind of a bonus question. This wasn't part of what we discussed earlier. This kind of bonus question. Huh? What's the weirdest pet that you've seen in the Veterans Community Project?
Turtle and an iguana. And those really aren't weird. I'll be honest with you. It's just that's what we've had. The weirdest things we've had there.
Right. Yeah, I'm sure you had a lot of dogs, cats, stuff like that.
Yeah, dogs, cats,
iguana. Yep. Weirdest pet I've ever seen a gentleman own, and it's just what I've seen, is a ferret. And he had three of them, and they ran around his house, and they slept in like a little hammock looking thing. And I'm like, no. Those things would get killed in my house because they look like a rat, So, but guys, we're here with Vincent Morales. He's having a good time hanging out with WO Radio. So I'm your host, Richie King, aka Redneck Pimp. He does a Veterans Community Project. He's one of the good dudes from there, man. This guy is excellent. You don't know where he's from, he's got a nice shirt on right there. It says where he's from. If you want to donate, let's look at his shirt again, please. And reach in your pocket and donate a little bit. I'm gonna be donating myself here. Go in there and donate, guys. Help these guys out. They need all the help they can get. Lumber prices right now have gone through the roof. They're supposed to come back down, but being a former construction bum, I can promise you they're not going to come down quick. All right, they're going to meander their way down. One more question before I get you out of here, brother.
Okay.
What's the best heating source? You guys use electric heat, or do you use propane heat, or natural gas heat, or solar?
So for our village is all electrical.
Okay.
all electrical, everything there, and they are to operate one tiny home a month is between $30 and $40.
Oh wow.
So yeah, yeah, that
Wow.
doesn't work too bad. But yeah, it is all electrical in our property here in Kansas City. Now I can't tell you what that's going to look like in every other city, just due to the fact that we're actually getting to build our infrastructure from the ground up. But I'd imagine it'll probably be electrical.
Now I heard you could heat these things with a candle. Is that a fact or not?
I mean,
And a lot of times that's a term we use in construction. That means it's very well insulated. But I actually heard that
oh,
about you guys.
100%. We're insulated to oh shoot, I think it's I want to say R40, R42. So we
Oh
actually
wow. Okay.
we learned as we built the houses. So traditional slab on grade, traditional fiberglass. As we got better at building the houses and then refabbing them, going with foam board, wrapping the house, it's made the biggest difference. And we actually gained a
Yes.
square foot all the way around.
Nice. Yeah. And you will because that's less space you got to worry about to condense that stuff in. Oh, outstanding. Outstanding. Vincent, man, you use everything I expected you to be. Our numbers were way up today. Had a lot of people tuning in, a lot of people giving likes and shares and loves, and we appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. Some of them probably followed you because good looking man like yourself got followers. Yeah, I understand that. Back when I was 200 pounds, I had a lot of followers too. But
Oh, I appreciate that because I haven't been caught 200 pounds in a while. So thank you.
well, you're a good dude. I appreciate it. You have a good time out there, man. Stay safe and give a lot of veterans love. And if you need a veteran who needs a laugh, so don't hesitate to give them W Entertainment Network's information. We got
Not a
guys in here. Like
problem.
this guy's been coming on Dean Cerny. He has personally gave out his phone number for people to call because he believes the same thing I believe. I'd rather spend 3 hours talking to you on the phone than 30 minutes of your eulogy. Okay. And that's very important. I know a lot of veterans don't like to talk. A lot of us are docile, loners, and a lot of us have come out of that. I've come out of that, like we talked before. I know you've come a long way out of that. Uh, but that don't make us experts on
No.
helping another veteran. You just got to talk to them. You got to talk to them and fill them out and see what they're doing on. I mean, Dean, he's a 3-time suicide survivor, 3 times. That's a biblical number. He's here for a reason.
He's here
Not
for a
saying
reason, brother. Hey,
not saying
and
he's religious.
I'm happy you're still here.
Yeah, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. He's a great asset. He's a great asset to his family and to us, and just everybody meets Dean. We call him Bigfoot. That's his. That's his nickname, Bigfoot. We call him Bigfoot.
Well,
Uh,
Rich, I wanted to thank you, for having me out. I want to thank everybody for here listening to my incoherent rumblings and things that I say. I just kind of want to just say in closing here, well, first and foremost, because I know it's getting close and they're probably already getting their cradles ready. Happy birthday to the United States Marine Corps, their 246th birthday that is coming up tomorrow. I only know this because I work with Marines. I hear it every about 30 seconds. Um, as well, happy Veterans Day to all my brothers and sisters out there. And for this Veterans Day, if you don't have anything going on, or if you're in the Kansas City area, or veterans that are, hop on to. We're on all social media, so we're on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all those other great things. Look up veteranscommunityproject.org. We are having our stand down here. Stand down, as we know, it has kind of transitioned from what it used to be. Veterans Community Project now has one, so we will have it actually on Veterans Day. Crazy idea, right? Veterans working on Veterans Day. Who would have thought of that? So
yeah,
come on out.
yeah,
Yeah. We don't want to be like the VA. Like, oh, I know we serve veterans, but no, sorry, it's Veterans Day. Can't make that happen.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
Come on out, check us out, 89th and Truth. It's on our webpage. It's on our social media page. And as well, if you want some laughs, if you want some brutal honesty about war and all the great things that go with it, not even just war, just the veteran culture, please tune into my own bumping my gums incoherently, Classes of Veteran. It's on Apple, it's on Spotify, it's not affiliated with VCP. It's me just getting up there saying a bunch of 4-letter words and act like I know what I'm talking about.
Nice. Let me give some take with you. If you need something to help veterans out, something they can listen to. Are you familiar with Spreaker? It's kind of like Apple, kind of like those
Yeah.
things like that.
Yes.
It's
Yep.
called
Yep.
Spreaker. Now, it's non-audio, or it's all audio, no video. We got a show on there every week on Friday, from 7 to 9 our time. We're gonna have it on there for a little bit longer. We play different kind of music. We've played country, we played rock, we played hip hop, we played theme based music, movie themes, whatever. For 2 hours, we play music for veterans or for anybody who wants to listen to it. So if you want to put that out there, if you need a veteran who's bored and don't really want to go out and hang out on Friday nights, want to stay around the shack, tell them tune in to WO Entertainment. It's always on our WO Entertainment page, you can find us on the WHQ group. Put it on there.
Okay.
We have it on there. It's good for them to it unwinds a little bit, and one of our great bands that and they're watching Reality Becomes. They do Warrior Fest with us, and they just did this last event with us the other day. These guys they're passionate about music, and they'll tell you music just has a way of uplifting you. And they're a heavy metal band, and they need to be touring. That's how good they are. They need to be touring. And every time we ask them, they don't hesitate. They come, and no matter what event I'm putting on, they're there. So thank you, Reality Becomes. You guys, if you ever need a band, get a hold of Reality Becomes. They're up in Blue Springs area, up around that way. That's where they're at, up around your area. Vin, I appreciate you being here, brother. I'm going to cut you loose. I'm going to do a few more things, and I'm going to get out of here. I got a big major meeting tonight. I got to attend. So, again, thank you very much. As we say in Cherokee, Dona Dagahoy. That means until we meet again, because there's no goodbye in native language. Brother, and I appreciate it. And if you ever need anything, don't hesitate to give us a call. You ever want to come back on the show and put out the word about some major event you got coming on? Use this as your platform to advertise.
Oh, I appreciate it, Richard. Thank you once again for having me. Thank you, brothers and sisters, for listening to me bump my gums. This has been an amazing opportunity. Just continue to look out for each other. There is no I in team, and and then I know for those of us who've been there before, you said your goodbye. Inshallah, God willing.
Inshallah. Oh, brother, you take care. Guys, that was Vincent Morales. He's an outstanding individual, man. What a great interview. That dude's something else. He's you catch him on the Veterans Community Project. He's got all kind of things going on the upcoming in different states. It sounds like Veterans Community Project can use a big hand at what they do. If you have the ability to donate to them, by all means, go ahead and donate to them. Check them out and see what's going on. Jamie, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it. We love you too. Help them out if you can. They're all time needing help and need all kind of finances. I know material right now is high. Plywood's off the charts. And again, Dean, thank you for tuning in, brother. Yes, he is a good dude. Hopefully we'll have him on again sometime. He's absolutely 100% always welcome here on WO Entertainment, whenever he wants to. Share that show out, guys. Let everybody see it, and so they can know what's going on and go back and read and listen to this. A lot of great information today. A lot of great information happened today, and I'm honored to join up with these guys. Like I say, I met these guys at 2017 at Santa Caligon Day. It's a big festival they have in Independence, Missouri. I seen these little houses. And me being a construction guy, I was intrigued. And when I went in there, man, the space, everything they squeezed into this thing, and they look small. Some of these ain't no bigger than your shed, than your tool shed, looks like, right? And I went in there, and my goodness, the space. I mean, they had a stove, refrigerator, a bed, a room for TV, door. It was laid out so well that it was just awesome. And the bathroom, and it was laid out so well. The time and the effort to go into these is really awesome. They're an organization who put their money where their mouth is, and you could tell by the way they did it. You could tell by the way they designed these homes. They got some good people there, guys. Check out one more time, Veterans Community Project. Give them a like, share. Don't be afraid to give them $4 or $5. Listen, every little bit helps. I'm going to have him on again sometime. If he wants to come on, he's absolutely welcome. I'll have him on again sometime. And anything. But I keep running the freaking roadblocks, man, about the comedy tour. I'd love to get involved in some of that stuff, but I've run that way. But we're still trying. this time right now, a lot of people they're focused on Veterans Day. They're focused on Thanksgiving and Christmas. Now, speaking of Thanksgiving, we advertised we were giving away a Thanksgiving dinner to a veteran, and we did. If you watched the show, if you watched any of it, you know that Jake Rose won the Veterans Day barbecue, or excuse me, Veterans Richie. So you might know. Jake Rose won the Veterans Thanksgiving giveaway. There you go. Compliments of OV Barbecue. Operates Veterans Barbecue. They're outstanding. Matt Brooks is there. He's part of Charlie Pride also. He's giving him a gift card. We're going to meet on the 22nd. We're going to film it. We're going to film it. We're going to chronologize it. We're going to get this done. We're giving it away. He's a very appreciative veteran. Hell, he stood for most of the show and danced with his wife. Just had a real good time. Really made his day. And he also, the guy was lucky. He also won the 50-50 raffle. He was also the winner of the 50-50 raffle. So outstanding to him. And what a good dude. Dane watched it. It was a good time to be had. Appreciate it all around. So, that being said, guys, I'm coming down to, like I said, we're going to be some changes. The whole network's getting to go through some changes. We got Spreaker, and I know a lot of you watch the BV Nation Spreaker. We got one too as well on Friday night, right before theirs. We might change the date on that, but some good music going on there, guys. All genres, absolutely all genres. There's country, there's rock and roll. There's heck, I did a rap one. Some old vintage rap when I was a kid growing up, Run DMC and Tone Loc and them guys like that. And some other things going on. I know that Jennifer, she's in the middle of a contest right now. She needs your votes. So I want to have her on again, probably next week. Or no, she's going to be putting some information online today and probably tomorrow. How you go vote for her. Go online and vote for Jennifer Westerman. She needs your vote for the gaming. She's going to the next round and do some more gaming. She's incredible. Listen, she's a benefit to me. I'm lucky to have her part of the network. She's our executive producer. She's her and Athen are second in command. They only answer to me, and they do what they can to do. It's already on the site. She said it's already on the site. Anyway, she's a great lady, and I'm thankful. She's taught me a tremendous amount. I host my own show now. It's her. Justin started it, but Jennifer took it up, and really, Jennifer speaks redneck apparently because she's really did a good job. So check her out. She's a beautiful person, and she needs all the votes that you guys can give her. Appreciate that. Shout out to Dean Cerny, brother. Thanks for tuning in as usual. You're a great fan. Jamie, I hope I don't butcher your name, man. Jamie Dolman. I appreciate you showing in. Reality Becomes. You guys don't need no welcome. You are welcome anytime. You know that, brothers. Thank you for coming up. Ashley Rowland. I seen she was on here. Welcome. Jesse Rowland. Appreciate you, brother. Jeremiah Bull. Crystal Marie. Just life just keeps going on. Julie wasn't on tonight. I don't know what happened to Julie Little Spud Remain, but she wasn't on here tonight. Robert Tanner. He's on here. Just what a great show, man. I'm very proud of you guys. I got a couple shirts right here. Let me move this out of the way so y'all can see them. All right. I'm going to give one. I got one 2X. No, I got two smalls, a large, and I think one 2X left. Okay. I'm going to give one away next week. Next week, I'm going to give one away. Okay. I will mail it to you when you put your address on here. But I'm going to have a trivia question next week. It's not a mystery box trivia question. This is for a shirt. Okay. I'm going to give one away. But those are the only sizes I got. So I'm sorry about that. So we sold a lot of those. Are compliments of his and hers. Sports Gallery. They made these shirts for us. We appreciate it. So we're going to be giving one away next week. And I'm going to think of the stupidest, dumbest, hardest, ignorantest, hardest question I can give you. And that's where we're going to go. Again, there's a shirt on the line next week. So don't be shy. Don't be nervous. Come to shirts or whatever. All right. The real version of that is dirty. I can't say it on the air, but anyway. Shout out to our special guest, Vincent Morales, or Morals, excuse me, Morales, from Veterans Community Project. Man, what a great interview. That guy is awesome. Real down home guy. A lot of people in that position that you run into, some of them ain't worth crap. They're not down home. This man is down home and genuine. If you're ever in the Kansas City area, I know we have local people listening. Kansas City area, look him up and say hi. If you're another state away, as you understand, as you heard, they're making things in other states. They're coming to other states, also other cities, and they're going to do the same things. So look for these little houses around. You can go say, hey, I know the guy that designed a lot of this, right? And he's the man. He's the guy that designed it. You heard him say it. He came in. It was his ideas, and they went from there. So he's quite the dude. He covered a lot of information. He covered how he got involved. He covered how they choose a veteran. You know what a veteran's got to have, things like that. So there you go. Dean says I wear 2X. If you win, you'll get it. But like I said, I only got a limited number, so if you win it, you can give it to your kid or something. Here we go. So I'll go ahead with it'll go good, my Alabama shirt and my Warrior Fest shirt. Yeah, you've accumulated quite a. I think WO Entertainment's give you a pretty good wardrobe so far. By the way, has anybody? I've been meant to ask you, Dean. While we got a little bit of time left on here, has anybody commented on the Alabama shirt? I'm out, your mama. How do they like that? Any comments on it? Feedback? Yeah, guys. Jennifer said she's working on her shirts and she had a design up. She's got a hoodie that would look real good. I've seen, and she may or may not put that in a mystery box. And I don't want to give out too much information because Denise is probably watching. But congratulations, Denise, Pride Board for winning it. Anyway, but I'm gonna let the cat out of the bag here. We're gonna try to get us a WO Entertainment Network store up. I got a ton of merch, bracelets, dog tags, stuff from Comedy Vet, stuff from here. Some F Joe Biden, their initials, stickers. I got all kind of things. Hats. I got some hats say "We the people are pissed off." I got the Trump for women. I got women hats for Trump. I got all kind of merch, and so we'll go figure out a way to put it on there. I'll be leaning on Jennifer's smartness and Roy and Athen and the guys to figure that out. We're going to discuss it tonight. One of our meetings we're going to have. So look for that coming up in the next calendar year. We're going to be doing a lot with veterans. VRS. I got some things in the work with Minnie from VRS. I got some things in the work from BB Nation coming up. We got a Christmas special that I kind of want to get all the hosts together from WO Entertainment Network. We're going to be doing that on a Christmas special. I'll have the date for that. And probably the second to last Tuesday. Well, it'll be the Tuesday before Christmas. That's what it is. The Tuesday before Christmas. We're going to try to sit around and have it might be late. So that way I get everybody involved in it. And we can sit around and have everybody discuss what's going on and, for upcoming year and stuff like that. Yes, I wear it to the camping functions. They love it. Nice. Excellent. I'm glad they do. That's a punchline of one of my jokes. I got. So that's what's coming up, guys. You guys have been awesome people tonight. My goodness. I'd like to see the numbers get back up. I don't see I don't see the numbers bad this week. They were great. I want to go up more so we can get these numbers back up again where we used to be. Dean, you remember the prosperous days where man asked a trivia question, had 19 people trying to answer it. And we're going to get back there. We've had some problems and some. I know there were some issues about signal. We're working on that. I got the fix for that too. So when I return in January, we're going to have a lot. It's going to be all new and things will look nice now. However, before we get to that, we got people that's on our network here. Blue Phoenix, Athen, Roy. They all got shows going on. They're going to keep going on. When I'm not here, they're going to keep going on and doing their thing. And that's fine. That's great. And I hope that they do. And I can't wait. Watch some of the shows. I'm gonna be on BB Nation. I think I'm gonna be on a VRS with them. So doing some things. So I'll be around. My face will still be around. My witty commentary will be around. I won't be on any Jennifer shows because, quite frankly, she'll kick my ass, and I don't do well with loss. So video games are out for me. Yeah, that's right, Dean. You and Annie Marie Honeycutt were always battling out on Google. Well, you and Annie Marie Honeycutt might get another chance because I'm going to 6 o'clock instead of 5 o'clock. So, and that's part of the reason to get our friends up to the West Coast more involved once we, what's going on, even if it's just an hour. At least they come in and figure it out. I will be returning Pimp's Pet, but I won't be returning a lot of other things. Have all new segments. Again, a new co-host, Alan Reed. He's an Army guy. He still maintains the Army haircut. Great dude. He's very informational. He's going to have facts. He's going to have stats for you. So we'll look forward to that. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna get up off here. I got some things I got to do. Some stuff with the network. We're getting ready to have a big meeting. Jennifer, I'll see you here in a little bit. Guys, if you're out there right now and you're listening to this show, and I see quite a few of you are, my goodness, the numbers are up. Thank you very much. Don't be the number. Don't be the stat. Don't be the 22. And unfortunately now, new numbers are about to come out because of this pandemic. That number has risen, and it's terrible. Don't be the number. If you feel like you can't go on, if you feel like life's just too much, find somebody to talk to. Whether you really just want to go to a pastor, talk to a pastor. If you're not per se religious, if you're spiritual like natives are, do whatever it is you do spiritually. If you need a friend, WO Entertainment Network and everyone involved in it, all the fans that watch it, we're here for you. Okay, we're here for you. We love you guys. We don't want you to commit suicide. That's a terrible, 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 terrible stat. It's a terrible, terrible thing. It not only doesn't look bad, it's a stain. It's bad, but it hurts your family. It might hurt you because you pass on and you're there. It's permanent for you. But listen, your family suffers, and we don't want your family to suffer. We don't want you to suffer. There's good organizations out there. You just heard from a gentleman tonight who would literally stop what he's doing if he felt you're going to commit suicide. He would talk to you, Vincent Morales, Veterans Community Project. You heard him earlier. He's a great man. Dean Cerny on here, Jennifer, Ashley, all these people that watch our show week in, week out, and all people that watch as recorded. We love you. Don't be 22 a day. Don't do it. Don't do it at all. Vincent, I see your message. Thank you, brother. Thank you for having me on. Hey, anytime you want to be on, man, you just come on in there and you spread your message, and you have an open platform here at W Entertainment on any one of our shows. Okay, so there you go. Dean Cerny said it does nothing but pass the pain to those you love. Yeah, it really does. Whether you decide to smoke the weed or if you decide to go get a drink, whatever. It's whatever you got to do you. We don't want to see that no more. I'm gonna leave you all with a couple of jokes that I wrote. I haven't polished up, and I told them the other night, and they were funny and they're good jokes. All right, you heard me mention them on here. The first joke is I couldn't be gay. All right, I couldn't be gay. Nah, I know I can be gay. I got some facts that I know that I'm not gay. For example, I love my wife. Happily married man. Love my wife. Love women. Okay. I don't dress appropriately. I don't. Gay guys, they dress nice and flashy and things. Listen, 50% of my shirts are sleeveless. Okay, I couldn't be gay. There's shoes. I wear boots and flip flops. Couldn't be gay. That's not gay material. My parents. I don't condition my beard. I shampoo and clean it, but I don't condition my beard. Gay men condition their beard. Gay men run a comb through their hair once in a while. I just run my fingers through it. Couldn't be gay. There's no gay guy sitting out there right now going, look at that dude. No, I'm not gay material. No. Nope. But the real thing that lets me know that I'm not gay, and I know it every single morning, is I gag on my toothbrush when I brush my teeth. That's how I know I'm not gay. Hope you all enjoy that. You got 20 minutes left to the show. I think I'm going to cut it loose tonight. I'm out of topics unless y'all got something you want to talk about. Oh, here we go. Pop this up here for y'all. Yes, she does. She's like a hawk, man. She'll watch your messages. She'll let you know, hey, you're too dirty or something. She'll let you know on here. She's a great person. She's just like a sister, like a blood sister to me. She's outstanding individual. All right, guys. Anyway, don't do it. Don't commit suicide. I'm Redneck Pimp. You all have a great night. I'll see you all again Tuesday. Got a couple shows left. Um, Happy Veterans Day to all the veterans out there. Tomorrow's a Marine Corps birthday. Hoorah! You Marines celebrate. Be freaking calm. Don't drink too damn much. Okay. I just made a new batch of Shine, so I'm gonna be checking that out and getting a good taste as well. Happy Veterans Day. Happy Thanksgiving coming up. I know I got a couple, probably a show before that, but happy Thanksgiving anyway. Enjoy deer season coming up this weekend. Congratulations to Denise Pridemore. She won the mystery box. Congratulations to Jake Rose. He won the Veterans Thanksgiving dinner. Compliments of Charlie Pride Barbecue, OBD Barbecue, and all them guys involved. I'm Redneck Pimp. You guys have been great. All right. Dona Doug Ahoy means until we meet again. Richie King says I'm out. On behalf of WO Entertainment Network and WO Radio Show. Have a good night.